All right, guys, so it is time to react to a good old feminist rant, right? A rant about sexism. This time, it is a rant about sexism in the gaming industry. Now, just a little bit of background before we get into this. This rant comes from Frosk, this woman, an MGK lookalike that is a gamer, right? And she's on G4TV, which is a gaming channel. Now, this channel started in like 2002. It was a channel dedicated solely to gaming, and it ended in 2014, and now it is relaunched, right? And apparently in their relaunch, they think that a good marketing strategy is to have a woman on the channel complain about sexism, right? To lecture the audience, right? And this has gone viral, and I want to react to it because I have some comments on it. But before I do that, I want to just go ahead and let you guys see this preview that I found on the internet of this rant that I think is hilarious. Take a look.
Sexism in gaming.
Here we go again.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Oh, crap! Just roll it.
Sexism. Objectify women, hate women, sexist. Sexism, woman. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Yeah, so that is hilarious. Now that you have a preview, let's go ahead and get into this.
Sexism in gaming. In joining G4,
this is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird.
All right, first and foremost, okay, so here's the thing. She's complaining because she thinks that the audience is complaining about her because she's not as bangable as the previous host. And in my opinion, her saying this, it's just confirmation that she believes that she's probably not a very attractive looking woman, right? She probably believes that, hey, you know, I don't look like the type of woman that is very attractive. I don't look as good as the past host. As you can see in the preview, right, that I gave you guys, the past host of the show, obviously they're a lot more attractive than this woman. Okay, so it seems like to me, a lot of what she's saying is coming from internalized low self-esteem, right, about herself and being aware that she's not exactly a desirable looking woman. Now, she could be if she actually dressed like one, but the way she dresses and carries herself now, so it seems she carries herself in a way that's not very attractive to the average man, right? Not the average man that's looking for a more feminine type of woman, okay? And what I find to be hilarious about this is that you have this dude right next to her, this black dude, that is cheering her on like a simp, right? Because that's what he is, a simp. Don't be this type of dude. While she's literally talking about how not bangable she is, right? So she's calling herself ugly, and this dude is like, get him, Frost. Tell him, Frost, right? And it's like, you're not even listening to what she's saying. You're just cheering her on because you feel like that's what you should be doing, right? You're white knighting this feminist going on this crazy rant because that's what you feel like you should be doing in order to get virtue signaling points, right? Being a simp, right? That's what he's doing. He's being a simp. So, yeah, this is hilarious to me.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Hey, I'll keep it 100, right? That might not be explicitly what they're there for, but low-key, that's kind of what they're there for, right? And, you know, here's the thing. A lot of people may find that controversial, but that's just the reality of TV, right? That's the reality of media. That's the reality of entertainment. There's a reason why most actors are attractive. There's a reason why even most journalists, news anchors, anybody on TV, entertainment, Hollywood that's on a screen that has a large audience, more than likely is somewhat attractive. They're more attractive than the average person, right? And that's for a reason, okay? That's for a reason. The reason why is because being easy on the eyes allows people to pay attention and to look at you longer, right? To actually engage with the content that they're watching. And these companies know that, right? Again, that's why you see a lot of journalists out here that tend to look better than the average person. Anybody turn on your local news station, more than likely, you're not going to have an ugly news anchor out there, right? You mean tell me there ain't ugly people that can be news anchors, they can be journalists? No, there's plenty of them. They just never get on TV, right? Because the audience doesn't want to look at them, okay? And again, people may find that controversial, but that's the reality of life, right? That's the reality of the world. That's the reality of entertainment. That's the reality of media. And that doesn't just apply to women. That also applies to men as well. Because the average man on TV, right, is probably going to be a little bit more attractive than the average man on the street, right? I mean, again, it applies both ways, right? So it's not even like a thing that just applies to women. That's just the reality of being on TV or in front of a camera, just in general. You have to be a more attractive person generally to get people to look at you longer, right? That's just what it is, okay? And in reference to those girls, right, that was on G4TV, again, I haven't really watched this channel like that. I didn't watch it like that back in the day, but just from what I researched and what I read and what I've seen, those women were attractive, and G4TV took advantage of their sex appeal, right, in certain segments because they know that they're largely male audience. That's something that they're probably going to want to see. It is what it is. It is what it is. That has been something that TV and entertainment shows and media companies have been doing since it existed. What she's really complaining about here is pretty privilege. That's what she's complaining about. She's mad because she's not attractive and she thinks she's getting backlash because she's not attractive. Therefore, the audience is sexist, right? Everybody in the audience is sexist. Again, this is an excellent way to relaunch a gaming channel, right? That probably has a mostly male audience. Good job on you, G4TV.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
No, she's cooking herself, and she's cooking you for simping for her, bruh. Like, that's what's happening.
That's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at Xplay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're Xplay and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled for the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true.
Okay, so basically what she's saying is that a male will read a script, and she will read a script, and for whatever reason, she feels like she will get backlash, probably more backlash than the guys do. Okay. Now, here's the thing. There's various reasons for that could be happening. I'm not necessarily sure if you could just attribute that to sexism. Okay. Just because people react to the way you read a script differently than they do a male, right? I think that there should probably be more experiments done to see if that is in fact the case. But again, to me, it seems that her rant here is more about her not liking people on the internet saying mean things about her, right? And I'm like, dude, if you're on the internet, okay, people are going to say mean things about you, right? People are going to say mean comments. They're going to say things that you're not going to like. However, that's what you have to deal with. That's par for the course when it comes to being any type of person that is on TV, that's on the internet, that's in the public, okay? People are going to say mean things about you. And if you can't deal with that, then you shouldn't be on the internet. Okay, you shouldn't be on the internet. Don't be on TV. Don't be a part of media. But if you're going to be a part of media, if you're going to be on TV, right, if you're going to be on the internet, then you have to be able to deal with criticism. Even if you think that the criticism is from a place of sexism, right? Even though I don't think she's provided any real proof that it's because of sexism, but who knows? I don't know. I have no clue. But it does seem to me that the place that this rant is coming from is, in my opinion, a place of low self-esteem, okay, one, and two, just being upset because, you know, people are criticizing her, right? That's what it seems like to me. And therefore, anybody that criticizes her is a sexist, right? It's the same thing all these woke people do in Hollywood, right? Like when Seth Rogen's movie, his woke Santa movie flopped. Instead of looking at himself and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What could I be doing better, right? He says, no. You guys don't like the movie because you guys are white supremacists, right? You're white supremacists, okay? Great way to win over the audience. Great way to self-reflect and to figure out why people don't necessarily like your content, right? Maybe this woman needs to reflect on her script reading abilities rather than to blame sexism. I don't know.
That there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that all receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make Xplay. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current Xplay experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Hey, I gotta back you up.
Bruh, the fact that they're like clapping, right, and trying to act like, you know, what she said was profound or something like that, it really blows my mind. It really just shows you the level of simp in our society, right? There's a whole lot of simps out there, because essentially all she really said at the end was that you guys are ruining my day, so stop leaving me mean comments, okay? And I'm like, bruh, if you can't deal with the so-called mean comments, then just stop reading them, right? Stop reading the comments, okay? That's probably better than you telling your viewers who are responsible for putting money in your pocket to stop watching the TV show because you get butthurt about some comments that they make, right? Comments that you define as sexist. But I mean, hey, who knows, right? Why they're saying that stuff. Maybe it could be sexism. Maybe it's not because of sexism. Maybe it's not necessarily because you're a woman. Maybe it's because you might not be a particularly attractive woman. Who knows? Maybe that's it. I don't know, okay? But I'm just saying, regardless of what the reasoning is, the way to move forward with this is not to berate your audience, the people that line your pockets, right? The way to move forward is to deal with it and just move on, okay? Don't read the comments, you know, I don't know, go to therapy session, do something, right? But what you don't do is go up here and accuse all of your audiences of being sexist because you have low self-esteem, right? That's what you don't do, okay? So I just found this little rant here to be hilarious, and I want to react to it because, you know, there's nothing like reacting to a feminist meltdown. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.